There's one start of the trail. I was gonna cook breakfast out on the trail, try out my new stove, but this handy dandy picnic area is right here at the beginning of the trail, so I'm gonna go ahead and cook my breakfast here, and that way I don't have to carry my trash with me. Also at the beginning of this trail is a nice bathroom over there, which I've already had to use because it's 21 degrees out here, so. But it's a pretty nice little facility. Alright, looks like it took a little over 2 minutes. Got my water boiling. Maybe 2 packets of oatmeal in here. I'll be close. Let it soak in. Takes about a minute, and then we'll be ready for breakfast. Straight ahead is a youth tent camping site. Trail's gonna cut off here to the left. And we're gonna go up a hill to start with. Some cool rock formations right at the beginning. A lot of downed trees. There's actually some guys out here cutting and collecting firewood for the park. I came down there a couple times while I was eating. All right, so you can see, where is he? The gentleman that's taking care of the firewood's back there. He just stopped and talked to me for a minute. Asked how I was going, said I was going on this hike. He said, well, you'll be worn out by the end of it because it's a long one and there's a lot of hills, so that'll be good for practice. It's a little after sunup. I want to get here as close to sunup as I could because I knew it was going to be a long day. 11.6 miles, about 22 degrees out right now. Actually feels pretty good. I have several layers on, so I'll be ditching those later. Supposed to get up into the 40s. I got about a pack weight of about 14 pounds right now. So that's because I brought a little extra food. I wanted to try out that stove. I got some lunch to cook later and some snacks in case I need them. They always say you're gonna overpack what your fear is. I guess my fear is I'm gonna run out of food. But that won't happen today, hopefully. So far, this trail's been pretty easy to follow. It's all marked with these blue blazes right here. Pretty so far. The trail's also marked with the little brown markers. It's got a bicycle on them. I guess some people ride bikes on this trail. I looked, it looked like a multi-use trail, but I didn't see what all they cover. All right, this trail is gonna go by, I believe, 3 lakes. And we're at the first one. This one we don't go right next to. I think the other ones we do, but it's right off over there. It's one of the smaller ones. There's 2 small ones and one pretty good size one. The big one's the one you go by on the way to the parking lot. I have seen bike tracks in the mud, so people definitely mountain bike out here. There's a little creek running down to that first little lake way off over there. Little bit of water moving in it, not much. There's another little creek crossing, and this one also goes down to that lake, and you can kind of see it a little better from here, more long ways. It's like a rectangular lake, and this is the end of it on this side. All right, we've come to a split. This here's the fire tower road. I can see the fire tower through the trees over there. I don't know if you can. I'm not gonna go that way, but also looks like this path here is a shortcut back over to the end of this. So if you just want a shorter trail, that would be a good way to go. Coming up on another little turn, you can see from that and this marking that we need to take this turn. There must be a fire road that keeps going straight. And we're still on the trail with the blue blazes. Well, after that little split, you do a pretty good leg burner up this hill. See, that's where we came from down there. Pretty good increase in elevation. But I'm almost to the top now. It's probably gonna flatten out a little bit, we'll see. Got hot and had to ditch my hat. I'm about ready to lose a shirt layer, even though it's still in the 20s. I'm getting warm. Walking along the ridge, I guess, at the top of that hill. Had to stop and ditch my sweatshirt, and my hat and my gloves are gone already. Still in the 20s, but this is a pretty good workout on this trail. Feel a lot better now, though. Looks like we're coming up on a bit of a clearing, maybe. Now we're back on what looks to be more like a road. In that place where I said it was a bit of a clearing. It's kind of towards the edge of the woods, but it's not really clear. The trees also look like they're kind of thinning out up here too, so we'll see what this has. All right, looks like we're coming up on another turn in the trail. So we are not gonna follow that road looking thing. We're gonna go this way. And there's the blue blaze. So we're in the right direction. I just seen a bird. All right, we are now walking along a pretty good ridge. Pretty good drop off. Like I usually say, you probably can't tell in the video, but it's down there. There's like a little creek running along down there. All right, we are coming up on the second little lake, and as you can see, this one has a pretty big earthen dam there. It's gonna be right up here around the corner. Get a better look at it. We are about 2 miles into this hike, and you can see our road wants to go straight, our trail wants to go straight. Crossing some kind of road that goes down to that lake. I'm gonna walk down this way. This is where that dam is. Moving water down there if you need a water source. Pretty nice little lake. You can fish in it. You've got the minimum bass size or catch size, whatever it is, posted on a little sign over here. We'll head back to the trail. All right, I'm coming up to the end of this lake, and I'm going to have to find a way around that because I am not going through that water as cold as it is. So I'll get out my trekking poles and find a way. All right, so I found a detour through Thornville over there to get around that water. That would have been pretty rough in the summer with all those thorns growing up, but fortunately they were little thin dead things. And we will go on. Not sure what this is I'm coming up on, but it is part of the trail. Looks like a service road through here. Guess maybe if you didn't want to do the whole trail, you could also park here. This is the first time I've seen a name on trail. This looks like there's a second trail that goes here with green blazes. This must be two different trails here at this point. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's some birds that are mad over there. I haven't seen them. I've heard them for a while. Also, this part of the trail, I haven't seen a lot of blazes, but all you gotta do is follow the fire trail, the fire lane, whatever it is. That's where the trail is. Very peaceful out here. And it's been a beautiful day for this. Even though it's a little chilly to start with, you don't stay cold very long. Okay, so I just came up on this. Gonna guess that sign's been there a while. It is definitely part of that tree. Looks like something about the Department of Conservation, but I can't see anything else. All right, so there's that sign again. Walking back the way I came because make sure you don't miss this turn right here like I did. one isn't marked the best. I guess that pole must have blended in, because I did not see it. I was probably distracted by that sign as well. There's the green blaze. First one of those I've seen on this trail. Unless I've just been missing it. I no longer see the blue ones, just the green ones. That blue trail may have ended then, I guess. Very pretty through here though. Bet this is pretty cool in the summertime. But it feels really good out here today. This trail is pretty well maintained. Any trees that were down have been cut up. And there's several of these, well, this one's pretty big, but there's several wooden little bridges to get across the water. This one's probably the biggest one I've seen so far. Well, finally hit 30 degrees. I don't notice a difference. And somehow I just walked through a spider web. Not real sure how that's even possible, but I did. It's right at face level. And of course, the last hike I went on, later that day or the next day, I felt something on my arm and it was a little tick in January. I don't know how those are not all dead, but they're not. So I will be checking after this hike, to see if I have any others. So a lot of turns on this trail, so pay attention to the signs and make sure you're going the right way. There's the green blaze again. Went up on a clearing, looks like. Wow, this area is pretty nice, pretty neat. Trail curves around here along the edge of this. Pretty big drop off down there. I don't know if you can tell in the video, like I always say, but it's a pretty big drop off down to that creek, which isn't very big, just a little, looks like a little creek down there maybe. Starting to get a little bit windy. It is getting warmer, but that wind's kind of offsetting it, but not too bad, still feels nice out. Looks like a little cave where the water's coming out of. Not very much water, but oh wow, that's soft. Pretty neat. All right, so you can't tell, but beyond those trees back there is where I came from. It's a pretty serious leg burner. Still got a ways to get up on this hill. And then you see there's a fire tower. So I'm not sure if this is a trail up here where we went by earlier, might cut over to where we were earlier. But here's that fire tower. All right. Here's the marker at the top of the hill where the fire tower is. We're about 6.1 miles in. There's a conservation officer over there. We're at that fire tower. We're about 6.1 miles in, so I think a little over half, and about 2 hours and 40 minutes, so I'm gonna stop and have some snack and sit down for a minute before moving on. Yeah, this is exactly why I don't climb these things. And this is as high as I'm going, because this sucker shakes like crazy. One flight of stairs. No way I can go up there unless it was night or I've been drinking a lot. There's the trail to the campground. All right, so leaving the fire tower, you can see there's that Kiana trail. That's where we came from. We're going to leave here down this campground trail. I thought the trail crossed that road over there where the conservation officer was, but it doesn't. It crosses down here. So we will head this way. When you get to the road, you're gonna walk down until you see that marker. We're gonna turn to the right. Looks like we might have red blazes now. This may be a third trail. It's all part of this one we're going on. I saw a red blaze on the tree back there, so we'll see if there's more of them. This part of the trail is marked with the red blazes. Not as easy to see. Of course, I'm also walking towards the sun. That's probably not helping. There is some private land over there, and there were some signs about no trespassing, so make sure you stay on the path. All right, came up on another intersection. There's a road over there, and that trail goes to it. And this sign here says that's the fire tower trail. Foxy Hollow goes this way. I believe we're doing Foxy Hollow, so I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna check the app and make sure I'm on the right trail. We are still on the correct trail, so we're gonna be following these red blazes still. This is not ankle friendly through this part. This third section I've done, the red blazes one, has not been ankle friendly. The other two, not bad. These two you gotta watch out, or this one you gotta watch out. Came up on this open area. Apparently they cleared out try and help oak trees grow because they need more sunlight. Looks like there's a lot of brush, but that's what this area is for. It's definitely starting to warm up. Supposed to get, like I said, it's supposed to get in the 40s today. But a lot of the trail when I was walking on it earlier was crunching like I was on ice, and now it's getting slightly muddy, like that's all melting now. So still pretty good layer wise. I might have to ditch one later, but right now we're still good. I keep saying it a lot, but it's very, very peaceful out here. I wish I'd have done this years ago. I only started doing this because I want to do a pretty major hike later this summer, and I need to be in shape for it. So I figured I'd get out and get out on these trails. Man, it's been really nice so far. Had to go slightly off trail to get a picture of this. Saw this up the hill. Pretty neat. Up there's where that little cave, I guess, with ice on it is. Just down from the trail a little bit. We're approaching almost 9 miles on this trail. That'd be somewhat close to that big lake. There's a big lake towards the end of it that you go around. All right, so we are 9 miles into the hike, about 4 hours and 20 minutes, because I stopped and set some stuff up, so that took me about 5 minutes. But we're gonna have some lunch at this little creek area. I've got my stove, heating up some water. We're gonna have some Knorr chicken flavored fettuccine with some white chicken in it. We'll try that out, see how that works. Should be pretty good. All right, so I brought my water to a really good boil. I added the Knorr and then the chicken, stirred it up, threw that aluminum foil on top, and then we're gonna wait for about 7 minutes and then see how it is. Should be good. All right, 7 minutes has gone by. We've stirred it up. Let's see how this is. I'm gonna say this full serving, or full bag, which is 2 servings, fills this cup all the way up to the very top. Pretty good, pretty hot. I'm gonna have this, some of my sweet trail mix, to get me through the rest of this hike. Pretty good. All right, so we've packed up our picnic area, left no trace. Let's finish this thing out. I think I heard somebody up here. I haven't met anybody on this trail yet, but maybe there is somebody. We'll see. So here's where we just came out, and we came to this road, and we have to go to the right a little bit, and then the trail goes again. All right, so that little parking lot where those cars were, we turned. We're gonna cross this little creek. And now we'll be on the South Ridge Trail, looks like with yellow markers. This should be the last section. I've seen several of these signs different places along the trail. So as you can see, that side's the safe side, and the trail is always on the side you can shoot. So if it's hunting season, definitely wear orange. We're getting close to the end. I can see the road I came in on down there in the beginning of the lake, the last lake that we're going to come to. That's the beginning of it right down there. You might be able to see a little more of it out that way. So we're coming down the final stretch. As you can see, we're coming around on the back side of that lake. Pretty big lake. But my truck's on the other side of it over there. I think we're gonna go do a campground too, in between here and there. We'll see when we get there, but definitely coming towards the end. We're about almost 11 miles, I think. We're like 10 and a half miles maybe at this point. Having unnaturally, it doesn't really go with the rest of the terrain. Large pointy hill. I don't think that's natural. Maybe it is. If you know what that is, leave a comment or something. I'm on the back side of this lake towards the end of this trail. That's where that's located. This doesn't fit in with everything else. Okay, I should not have talked about the pointy hill because we are now on top of it, because the trail went up here. And after more than 10 miles of hiking, that was a leg burner. Still not to the top, but we're getting close. I can see the top of the hill. Out there. All right, so we've come to the end of this trail with my truck over there. And this trail is called Ferdinand State Park trail on the All Trails app. It's 11.6 miles. Took me exactly 5 hours of walk time. I'm gonna have to check the elevation game once I get to where I have internet, because the app says you'll have 1,500 and some feet of elevation gain, but this thing told me I had 4,700 feet, so I'm 100% sure it wasn't that. There are a lot of hills, but it's a pretty good walk. You'd be able to take your dog. I'm pretty sure they have to be on a leash. Look at the website, but I'm pretty sure you have to be on a leash. Kids could handle the terrain, but not younger kids with that length. Maybe teenagers be able to handle the length, because 11.6 miles, it was a doozy. But it was a very good hike. I enjoyed it, and I got to try some new toys. So that is all for now. Thanks for watching. So just a couple more things as I'm leaving the park. It is $7 for Indiana residents to get into the park. I think it's like $13 for non-Indiana residents, so don't forget about that. Now, I came today, the office was closed and it had a sign that said no fee. And also, when you're looking at the map, and I keep saying that there was 4 trails, I did that loop counterclockwise. So counterclockwise, you go blue blazes, green, $9 for non-residents. Blue blazes, green blazes, red blazes, yellow blazes till the end. So counterclockwise, that will be the order of the blazes. And like I said, there may be a fee to get in. So I just wanted to say those couple of things I forgot to talk about.